A fun, star-driven start to year. The Arnold Palmer Invitational has produced wildest Sunday ever. Surviving a triple bogey, Kurt Kitayama beat out half a dozen Ryder Cuppers. He buried a bird kick on the 71st hole and sealed his first PGA Tour victory with a long range delay in the last green to rain on Bay Hill. It was a long-awaited victory for Kitayama, considering he played at least 10 rounds of development all over the world before finally making his way onto the big stage. Not again. This time, Kitayama hit the stars. Impossibly. After he whipped his shirt to squander his two-shot advantage on the 9th hole. But as in third round, Kitayama seemed undeterred when another ball ballooned over the fence on 4th hole, leading to a shocking double bogey. Before his triple shot, he returned to his roster for the past month, Tim Tucker, and told him he still felt comfortable. It was just a bad swing. At a very bad time. I know, Tucker told him. You look good. Kitayama did not drop another shot the rest of the way, as Bay Hill's baked greens typically turned crusty. He was the rare player sink into a pit, dropping his perfect 6-iron to the 17th green and 13 get ahead of a stacked group of contenders, including McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Scottie Scheffler, Harris English, and Patrick Cantlay. Footer left, jumping to number 19 world. A whole new world awaits Kitayama. And now, number 6 in the standings. He could feature prominently U.S. The Ryder Cup controversy. An unexpected stellar return for a 30-year-old boy is finally coming into his own after years of struggling abroad. Standing only 5'7", he is among the tour leaders at ball speed, nicknamed Quadzilla, and has earned the respect of his peers. I guess a bit of luck finally got my way, Kitayama later said. When you're this close at the top, that's what you need. Probably anyone could win. Fortunately, it was just me. Radical change is coming to the PGA Tour in 2024. The designated events will go through another overhaul, this time fields for 70 to 80 people. Uncut and wallets worth at least $20 million. Basically, there will be 8 BMW championships. Opinion seems mixed. We continue to love these movements. The most positive the events set have been a skirmish so far. So why not double down? It turns out that it's a good idea to round up best players in the world more often at Tour's premier regular season events. At end of the round, it appeals to best players. For decades, the Tour's modus operandi was to provide gaming opportunities for all members. Whether Rory McIlroy or Rod Pampling. Not anymore. Catering to the middle and lower class of an organization is not the way to run a successful business, especially when faced with an existential threat like LIV Golf. And it's clear that Tour stars are in command right now. The purchasing process is the most critical. The clear distinction between haves and have-mores will lead to more player fling with Saudi-backed league. But in short-run grouping, grunts and growing pains will all be worth it for Tour in long run. The idea of a play-in series, consisting of 2 to 3 unspecified full field events is interesting. Play well. Change your career trajectory. The Tour had to find a way to showcase not only the best players but also the hottest players. And it was a smart option. This adds to the weight of each round. The last 4 weeks of the season should be a helluva show. The Tour struggled for years to have a postseason identity. Negatives: uncut events. Is this complete? Commissioner Jay Monahan said there would be no cuts in the memo. Rory McIlroy said at a press conference that it was actually TBD. In any case, we can assume that the Tour didn't come to this conclusion hastily. Clearly, players, sponsors, broadcast partners, and fans are interested in drawing star players over all 4 days, especially with more than 6 times the weekend's coverage. Audiences of the early tours, however, It almost seems like a solution to a non-existent problem. How many weekends do these guys miss? The world's top 5 tour players missed a total of 12 cuts in the past season and a half. So they're watering down the competition for the rare non-weekend. B. Apply the top 50 and ties rule. Why not copy Masters, the best tournament in the world? They take a small area, then cut out old-timers, amateurs, and struggling players at the halfway point. No one wants to be on the wrong side of this segment. And Premier Tour events should feel the same. A 2-page memo didn't answer every important question. And so it's no surprise that Monahan offered a Q&A with the players Tuesday morning at TPC Sawgrass. The president will also speak to the media shortly. Asterisk, what are they playing for when falling? Full cards? Limited status? Do players who rip it log into designated events? What will be the selection process for the 4 sponsor exemptions? There are too many backroom deals between player agencies and tournament officials. And that can't happen anymore with too much at stake. What happened to the strategic alliance with the DP World Tour? McIlroy backed up for a day featuring some of the Rolex Series events of his European tour.